Welcome to the session on computer networks. In our today's session, we are going to see about the error detection. Before going back, I want to remember you people in the previous session we have discussed about the data link area. If you have watched that video, it's okay. If it is not, just go for those particular responsibilities that we will be having in our data link area. Okay, I hope it is clear to you what is the data link layer, how many layers we will be having in the OSI model. All those things we have discussed in the previous videos. In our today's session, we are going to see the error detection techniques. Error detection techniques. But before going for error detection technique, first try to understand what is error. Now, what do you mean by error? Error is nothing but a bug. But when we are considering the computer networks, we will be doing the data transmission between two parties, I can say, two systems, I can say. When we are transmitting the data from one system to other system, okay, sender will send some data to receiver. If it is received by the receiver in an exact manner, then there will be no error. If there is some problem, or else if there is any correction happened during the transmission from sender to the receiver, then we will be saying that error has been found. So, in order to not have that, we need to do two processes. We need to detect the error and we need to correct the error also. But we are not talking about the correction, we are talking about the detection only in our today's session. But here you see, this error will happen while we are transmitting the data from one system to other system, one network to other network. Okay, so consider this system is sending a message like 10010. Sir, is this a message? Yes. Generally, you people will be thinking that whatever we are typing, it will be moving from one system to other system directly like that only. But in a computer network, we will be transmitting the data in the format of digital bits like ones and zeros. So, while I am transmitting this message from this system to this system, if this particular message has been received by this particular system in the same way, 10010, then there is no problem, then there is no error. If say suppose during the transmission from this system to this system, if something happens wrong, if the message has been changed, then this will become nothing. And this error can be categorized into two categories like bit error, and burst error. What it is? Burst error. Now try to understand the terminology so that you people can easily understand the techniques that we are going to discuss in a topic called error detection techniques. Okay, now see, bit error means, as the name itself suggesting, it will be correcting only one bit in a message. In a complete message, we will be correcting only one bit. Then that will become your bit error. Means to say that in a complete message, you people will be having a problem with only one bit. Then that will become your bit error. If say suppose this is the case, if this is the case, if I am trying to send 10010, if it is received by the receiver in a proper manner, no problem. But say consider while I am transmitting this, if it is transferred like this, 10110. See this case, I see this one. My actual message is 10010. But here is the problem, here is the error that has been occurred in a single bit. That is the reason we are calling that as bit error. And if say suppose more than one or two or more than two bits have been corrected in a single message, then that will become burst error. Say suppose if this is the message, if I am transmitting this to the sender, if it is received like this 0. See, actual message is what? 10010. But see, in this case we have corrected the bit, in this case we have corrected. So, during the transmission, the data has changed due to several reasons. We will be having lot of reasons, we will be discussing them one by one. But here you need to understand, while we are transmitting the data from one source to one And detecting is easy, ma'am. Why? Because we are just simply rectifying whether it is reached in a proper manner or not. And correcting is one more method where we will be properly arranging the messages so that we will be not having any unwanted data. Okay, so this will become complicated when we are comparing with the detection. Detection is just simply saying whether it is wrong or right. Okay, now these are the two cases in which we will be having what? Error, bit error and burst error. These are the two cases, and in today's session we are going to discuss about the error detection techniques. See, this error detection or error correction will happen at two layers. We are talking about the data link layer actually, but in transport layer also we will be having what? Error detection and error correction. These are the responsibilities of these two layers that you can say while they are transporting the data from one system to the other system. Okay, now coming to the techniques, error detection techniques, it is a process, I can say. It is a process of identifying the error in the message. Okay, identify the error in the message. Then, how you people will come to know that we are having the error? As I told you people, you may have bit error, you may have what? Burst error. See, ma'am, whatever the code has been generated by the sender, consider as I have told you people that I have generated this message. This message will not be sent as it is. We will be giving that to some algorithm. We will be generating some. We will be coding some algorithm in such a manner that it will be generating a parity bit. Parity bit is a redundant bit which is developed by this particular algorithm, which will be added with this original data. Consider there are two kind of parity bits, I can say. Okay, generally when we are going for this kind of algorithms, we will be generating odd parity bit or as even parity bit. This is the generator, I can say. Generator of parity bit or as generator of what? Redundant bit. You can say in any manner. Okay, redundant bit. So consider this generator is of even parity. So in my message I am having even number of ones. In my message I am having even number of ones. See, here I am having 1, here I am having 1. So 1 and 1 will become 2. 2 number of ones are there. So it is an even number. No need to add additional one more 1. Okay. So consider if my message is this 0 0 0 1. Then this is the odd number now. If it is an even parity generator, then it is having only 1 1. So it will be adding one more 1 to this particular message and it will be sent to your receiver. But in my message I am not having that problem. Why? Because I am having 2 number of ones, so it is having even number of ones in that. I will be sending that to my generator and it will be seeing whether it is having even number of ones or not. Okay, it is having even number of ones. So it won't add 1. It will be adding what? 0. 0. This is the parity bit. This is the redundant bit. You can say 1 0 0 1 0. This is the transmitted data. I can say this is the actual data that you are going to transmit. This is the parity bit. You can say this is the redundant bit. You can say along with this. Data to the receiver. Okay, and the receiver side, it will be receiving this. Whatever the complete message that you have sent along with the redundant data, 1 0 0 1 0 will be received, and again it will be giving that to the decoder or as checker. Checker. It will be given to this. So consider if it is even parity, then it will be checking for the even number of ones. Yes. In our complete message, we are having only 2 ones, so it is even number of ones. So message has been received. You people will be removing this redundant bit, and you people will generate the original message. Like this, you people will generate some redundant values. Along with that, you people will be sending the data to your receiver. In this way, you people will be sending the data from one system to other system. I hope it is clear how you people will be sending the data from sender to receiver and how you people will check the data. Okay, now coming to techniques. In a techniques, I have looked at 4 or 5 vertical redundancy check. Okay, so consider if I am going for this 1 1 0 1 0. This is my original message. See now, this is the vertical redundancy check that I am going to do. Vertical redundancy check. Redundancy check. My message is what? 11010. So here we are having 1 2 3 three number of ones. I will write one more time. 11010. See, this is my original data that I want to set from sender to receiver. Now this vertical redundancy check, what it will do is, it is a technique where it will be adding 1 or else it will be generating a redundant bit which will be added at the beginning of this message, as we have discussed just now. Okay, I will be sending this message to the generator. Whatever the generator that you are going to use, I will be sending that to generator of redundant bit. Or else you can simply say parity. See man, this parity bit of 2 times again and again I am repeating. Why? Because when you are going for your material, no, then people will be seeing an example of odd parity. Here I am taking the example of even parity. Okay, now see, we are having 1 2 3 three number of ones in my message. Okay, and I am passing that to my code generator or else algorithm that I am going to use, and it will be counting how many number of ones. Okay, it is having 1 2 3 three number of ones, but it is an even parity, no, so it is not having even number of ones. It will be adding even number of ones to our message. Additionally, it will be adding one more one to our message. This is the parity. See, it is what? Even parity generator. If it is odd parity, already it is having odd number of ones, no need to add this one. Okay, this is even parity. So this parity will be added to your original message. Original message will be like this: 1 1 1 0 1. Now this will become your data that is going to transmit. See, this first message or the first bit that we are going to consider will become your redundant bit. This will be transferred to your receiver, and now the receiver will receive this particular message, and this receiver will receive this as it is, that is 1 1 1 and 0 1 0. This is message received by the receiver. Now he will be checking for this. Checker will be there, as we have discussed just now. Checker will be there. Checker will be checking for what? Even parity. Whatever the generator that you are using, the receiver must use that only. Okay, he will be checking for the checker. Now he will be counting the number of ones in your message. 1 1 1 and 1 1 2 3 and 4 number of ones there in your message. So there is no problem. You have successfully received the message, and you need to eliminate this first bit. So your message will become what? 1 1 0 1 0. So this is your message. You people will remove what? First bit, that is 1, and you people will read this particular message. Consider during the transmission, the data bit has been changed from 0 to 1 here. 0 to 1 here. Okay, if it is changed from 0 to 1, then that will be received over here like this. Okay, when you are transmitting the data, it is 0 only. After transmission from sender to the receiver, it has changed from 0 to 1. Now see, after receiving it by the receiver, we will be checking whether it is having even number of ones or not. Now, when it is given to the checker, it will be counting the number of ones: 1 2 3 4 and 5. See, we are using the even parity, but we are getting what? Odd number of ones. So we have got an error. We will not allow you people to, we will not allow the receiver to receive this particular message as it is a corrected data. So this is how we will be using what? Vertical redundancy check. Okay, this is, in this you people need to understand what is error, how many types of error, right? How we will be transmitting the data from sender to the receiver, and how the generators will be generating the parity bits. If you are using even parity, it will be counting the number of ones in your message. If it is even number, then it will be adding 0. If it is odd number, then it will be adding 1 to your message. Okay, try to understand this. And checker will check in the same way. If it is even parity, it will check for the even number of ones. If it is odd parity, it will be checking for the odd number of ones. So by simply looking at this particular topic, we will say that a vertical redundancy is good in order to check in order to detect the errors. But it is having its own disadvantages also. See, while you are transmitting the data, if only one bit has been changed from 0 to 1, you people might have rectified this. But say consider this 0 has become 1 and this 0 is also becoming 1. 2 bits have been changed. Means to say that from bit error to burst error. Right? Now 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We are having 6 ones. So it is an even parity. So it will be saying that there is no error you can answer. You people will remove this and you people can accept this 5 ones. But the actual data is what? 1, 1, 0, 1, 0. This is a major difficulty that you people are finding in vertical redundancy. I hope the topic is clear to you people. That's it for now. It is a simple topic. It's very important for your competitive examinations. Okay? Why? Because you people will be receiving arithmetic questions from your computer networks, operating system, and DBMS. Lot of things will be received from this particular topic. Okay? That's it for now. See you in the next one. Thank you.